Don't judge me. I live in an island, it's hot, it's summer, I'm entitled to the... No, I'm not talking specifically about Abath, nor that Finnish black metal band. And no, I'm not going to name any bands because that's kind of a dick move. Even though getting shit-faced drunk will make you suck live, that's not quite the case here. This idea popped into my head the other day when I was watching a live performance of a death metal band that I love, and they sucked. They fucking sucked. They completely sucked. They underperformed. And it's really hard to say because I really love that band and I'm a fan of that band. But man, they sucked. And I'm not talking about that the sound guy fucked them up or that the sound in the venue wasn't that good. It was just like if every single musician was playing a different song. It was sad to see. It sucked. It was a shit show. And they even have the balls of doing a pro shoot of this disaster. The guitars were clearly out of tune. There were mistakes all over the place. It was really sad. But I think that the thing that sucked the most was being an attendee of that show. I mean, paying money to see your favorite band live, and in exchange you get shit all over your face, in your ears. So my question here is, how acceptable is to endure a mediocre performance? For me, seeing a band live is quite an experience, even more if it's a band that I love, if it's a band that I've been following for many years. But anyways, a clear example and one personal experience was seeing Cannibal Corpse. I don't quite remember the year. I know that they were promoting the Kill album, and holy if I was a fan before seeing that show, after seeing that monster of a band live, I just felt like tattooing Cannibal Corpse's logo in my wrist or something. Such a fucking good show. Same thing happened to me with Obituary. Back then they were playing with Ralph Santola, and it was such an impeccable show. It was like, if you would close your eyes for a few seconds, you would actually imagine that you were listening to, I don't know, the Slowly We Rot CD. It was such a good performance. Went to the show to, it was a duo, it was Suffocation and Napalm Death. I wasn't such a Napalm Death fan back then, and I went to Suffocation, they killed it, and then Napalm Death came to close the show. Holy fucking shit. It was such a great performance, such a great show. It was amazing, and at that moment I actually became a great fan of Napalm Death because of that live performance. And I know it's really easy to say, well, if you don't have in mind that maybe that band has been touring for an entire month, they're tired, they're hungry, they're human beings just like you and I, they have the same problems just like you and I. Those are some things that I think you have to keep in mind. You don't wake up every single day feeling like $1,000,000, some days suck, and you know, it's just like everyone. You have to go to work every single day, and bands, that's their job. They play live, and sometimes they don't feel like doing it, but they have to because it's their job. And I totally understand that, but it's not even about that, because you can tell when a band is excited to, you know, about playing a show, a festival, or whatever. But there's a different thing about a band not being completely excited and a band actually playing bad. And of course, I know that not everyone here will agree, because on that video that I was in of this death metal band that I love, there were people headbanging and having a great time just like there was no tomorrow. Maybe I'm just being a little bitch here, or maybe there are some folks out there who are actually okay with just listening some distorted guitars and, you know, and being just okay with the singer barfing backstage while the band does a fucking good show. And I never go to a concert or a gig, you know, expecting a perfect performance or anything like that. But at least I expect, you know, 70% of what I get from the album or from the recording. You know, just show us that at least you took some time to learn the songs, just like we took some time going into the bank, getting some money and paying those tickets. I don't know, I think that it's quite a sensible matter, but I think that at the end of the day, it's just a matter of respect. People are actually paying to see you live. We're so loyal and so obsessed with our bands and our music, then you know, going to see a band that you actually love and that you actually like, and just standing there watching a few drunk guys barely playing their instruments, that's not okay. That's not nice. Tell me your experiences down in the comments. Have you gone through some similar experiences, waiting months, days or weeks to see a band that you really like, and then just being in the show and just standing there while your heart breaks and being a bit pissed off. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't by now, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. Enjoy your weekend, get yourself a great beer or an Aperol, play some kick-ass music and break your neck.